Opening title sequence. Cartoon people file onto public transport while using wireless devices. A computer wirelessly connects a person to a network of other people on computers. Title. Connections. 4 people stand in a row. Letters projected onto their stomachs spell OMG, then what, then hashtag, then lol. Chapter title. Privacy matters. A man walks out of a public toilet block. A young woman walks behind him, filming him on a camera phone.
How well are you protecting your online privacy? Sometimes it feels like the only place you can really be alone is in there. What are you doing?
Nothing.
You weren't seriously filming me in the toilet, were you?
Maybe.
Oh my God, talk about no privacy.
Nowadays, you're much more likely to be caught on camera than ever before. Privacy has gone very public in the digital age. People used to ask your permission before they took your photo. Now they just snap away.
Right, and then they post it on Facebook
Yeah.
and think about the consequences later.
Yeah.
It's not like you're really filming in the toilet though, is it?
Maybe.
Would
Well, it would be funny for a second, but I got to think about what if it was me? I would not want it online. You've got to be very careful about protecting your privacy.
Like locking the toilet door?
Like, you wouldn't walk down a street and hand out your number to complete strangers, would you?
No.
Well, yeah, walking down that street is just like being on the internet. Everyone has complete access to your information all the time. So, you know, you got to think first before posting it online.
Absolutely. Now look, Steve and Carly Ray are with some social media experts. So let's cut to them now on the street.
A group of young people uses phones and laptops. A male interviewer stands with a group of teenagers, talking to them about privacy. Later, he is in another location, talking to different teenagers about the same issue. Then he is in a third location, joined by a female interviewer.
Hi guys, all right, I got a question. So how many of you know people who just post like everything about their day or their lives on Facebook? Anyone got an example?
Yeah, my friend, she always posts like, I woke up at 9 o'clock exact, and then she says 5 minutes later, having brekkie, having a shower. It's really annoying, but yeah.
I know there's people who like check in everywhere,
yeah.
and they like tag their friends and like at the movies, on the way to the park, on the way to school. It's like we don't need to know where you are every day.
Yeah. What do you guys have as your privacy settings?
I try to set mine as private as possible, but for some reason it still shows up, like a lot of my stuff, to people who aren't friends with me.
So why do you have it on friends only?
Because I add people I know, so I don't get randoms liking my photos or anything.
Yeah, how about you? How do you have your security settings?
On friends only. Only because I don't like people looking through my stuff and go through my privacy.
Return to the first 2 presenters.
So Claire, you know your gran?
Yes.
She's totally awesome.
Oh, she's awesome.
Imagine that she wanted to set up a Facebook page.
Right.
What would you tell her?
I would tell her to limit the amount of photos with her in bikini top and short shorts.
That's a little bit too much information.
Or I could tell her to set her privacy settings to the most private, so as she adds each friend, she can then decide how many photos they can see.
Sounds like good information. Way to go, Gran.
Closing titles. Cartoon people file onto public transport while using wireless devices. A computer sends out a wireless signal, but the screen has a padlock on it. Text appears. How do you protect your privacy? An array of computers and handheld devices are shown emitting wireless signals. 4 people stand in a row. Letters projected onto their stomachs spell scam, then fake, then win money, then help. Episode title: Sneaky, Creepy, Tricky Scams. The film starts with a male and female presenter talking to camera. Then they interview a group of teenagers. Later, a second group of teenagers answers the same questions.
Identity theft is the fastest growing crime in the world, and scamming is how they do it. The scammers create fake websites of celebrities, concert tickets. That's how they're getting our hard-earned cash.
There's over 1 billion people on social media. So if you can scam just 1%, that's 10 million people that you can scam.
10 million people, that is big bucks. And they're getting really good at doing it these days, so it's very hard to tell what's real and what's not.
Absolutely. So what is the best scam that you guys have ever heard of?
When you're watching a movie on the computer and the pop-up blocks and it says shoot an iPad to win an iPad, it's usually something that will end up as a virus.
Have you ever received any of those ones and it comes across like it's from your friends?
Yeah, and it says it's from their email address, but it's obviously not when you go into it, and it's like, you know, looking for new friends and
I know there's like a lot of fake celebrity accounts. Like sometimes I'm on Facebook and I see like the younger kids, they've added like Zac Efron or something, and it's just like, yeah, so obviously like that fake Zac Efron will try to get information from them, like they're trying to like get a trust or whatever.
Yeah, what was the scam that you saw?
Or like always these scams about you want 10 grand and all that.
Do you click on them?
Nah, just exit them.
Yeah. How about you guys?
You know, you are the 999,999th visitor kind of thing.
A group of young people are showing using computers. The male and female presenters interview Greg Gebhardt, cyber-smart online safety expert. As he talks, teenagers are shown using phones and computers.
We're here with cyber safety guru Greg Gebhardt.
So Greg, what I want to know is how do you pick a scam?
Well, I think everyone wants to know that. They're very difficult to tell. You have a look at emails, they look genuine, they come from your friends, they come from organisations you've heard of. So the most common thing is if you get an email that's asking you for information, particularly from a social networking site or a site that you visit regularly, is not to go through the link. Go to the site direct. If there's an update of the resources, if there's new features being put out, when you log in, they'll tell you there the features are there. But if you click on the link, you're probably going to go to a fake site and it'll just say we're down for repairs, come back later. Someone's already starting to collect your information. And the one thing we do need to be aware of is identity theft is the fastest growing crime in the world, and people under 25 years of age are the main targets.
Just quickly, what are some quick tips that can help prevent maybe something like this happening to us?
Yeah, well, I think the first thing is have virus protection on your computer, and a lot of young people have virus protection, but they haven't got it set to update daily. On my computer, I have mine updating every 20 minutes. I'm on the internet, and there are often several updates per day. So that's the first line of protection, particularly from a thing called keystroke loggers. It's when someone puts a little virus program on your computer that can record everything that you type on the keyboard, so they will get your username and password. Now, virus protection will prevent that. The second part is anything that sounds too good to be true generally is. So if it's free, unfortunately, no one's going to give you something free on the internet. Another key tip for you guys is, I know you both got smartphones and using the latest technology, is to make sure that you have a PIN code or a swipe code on your phone. Because just imagine if your phone was stolen or lost, you've probably got all your personal photos. Yeah. Well, someone could get access to them if you didn't have security on there. You've probably got perhaps even online banking starting to think about that. Someone could get access to your bank. Most people have their Facebook or social networking sites automatically logging in from their phone.
Yeah,
someone has access.
I definitely do, Greg. I've got, as soon as I go into my phone, it's already running up for me. So yeah, if anyone just picked that up, they could get into my bank account and look at all my photos.
But even more, imagine if they got into your Facebook and pretended to be you and sent messages out to all your friends, which were, you know, rather inappropriate. What would people think of you?
I've got my mum on there. I've got my dad. Okay, yep.
Yeah.
PIN code is going in. All right, Greg, that is really, really helpful, and it's definitely got me thinking. How about you, Kylie Ray?
As soon as I go home, I'm putting a PIN code on my phone. I'm going into, my Facebook, changing my security settings. It seriously opened up my eyes because I didn't realise how important internet security safety was. I'm freaking out.
Closing titles. Cartoon people file onto public transport using wireless devices. A computer sends out a wireless signal, and the screen has a $sign on it. Text appears. Can you pick the scam? An array of computers and handheld devices are shown emitting wireless signals. 4 people stand in a row. Letters projected onto their stomachs spell mine, then pics, then life, then forever. Episode title, The Real You. The film starts with 4 presenters, 2 male, 2 female, talking to each other and to the camera.
What is the worst thing that's been posted about you online?
Okay.
Let me hear it.
I went skinny dipping with a bunch of girlfriends, and we thought it would be a good idea to take a photo.
Oh,
but
no.
they cropped everyone else out for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh, look, probably had a few too many drinks at a party and fell asleep. Got the whole graffiti on the face, the black text, her whipped cream. Actually, I think you were at that party, weren't you, Steve?
Yeah, I was. It was great.
You did the drawing, didn't you?
One.
Actually, I remember this one photo my mom took of me in primary school, and I had these gross braces on. They were all multicoloured, it was wrong. Anyway, my mom took a photo of it. I thought I'd never see that photo again,
Awesome,
right?
Mum.
No, Mum got Facebook and posted it.
Yes.
And then tagged me in it.
Where is this photo? I need to see this photo.
You
now.
don't want to see it.
All right, well, what about you, Steve?
Yeah, I got a photo as well. All right, yeah. Mate of mine tagged me in this photo where I wasn't looking respectable. And I actually went for this job interview. And I didn't know, but the boss had Googled me before I went. And he saw the photo.
Bosses are doing that more and more lately. After you go for a job interview, they'll look you up on Facebook and decide whether or not you're the sort of person they would want working for their company.
Wow.
Yeah, even if you put in, an application for a house, tenants, real estate agents, everything.
Yeah, so it's just not worth it. Take down the drunken photos.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but see, I've got a mate who makes it work the other way for him. Say, like, if he went for a job interview, he would make his Facebook page look squeaky clean and put all this good stuff about him up there as well.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's trying to make himself out to be like a great guy.
Well, he is a really great guy. It's just that instead of having just party photos up there, he also includes, like, he does charity work on the weekends with grandparents and he plays footy.
Perfect.
So he included photos of that up there
Yeah.
and he just looks, it's more balanced. He looks like more of a community man.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not like your Facebook page has to be your resume. You just, I mean, if you're going to be posting up silly photos, you just got to be aware that your boss is going to see them, your gran, your relatives, whatever. So you just got to be careful.
Yeah,
All right, well, let's see what's happening out on the street.
Two teenagers look at a computer tablet. The presenters interview teenagers on the street about what they post online.
I like to post about things that made me happy during the day and that I like to laugh at.
Post about stupid stuff that happens in my day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So like the stupider, the funnier kind of thing?
Yeah, just stupid things my parents say, really.
What's the most important thing for somebody else to see of your Facebook page, though? Is it your
A
photo?
good picture, yeah.
A good picture?
Yeah. It's not something weird or like, they'll be like, I don't know, yeah.
So that's the most important thing would be the photo.
fantasy that one day a celebrity will add me, so I want them to see that I look good.
Oh, really?
Do you guys have a particular look you go for in your profile pictures at all?
Just smile. Just smiling. Show people that you're happy and bubbly and stuff, yeah.
So you guys obviously want your Facebook page or any of those photos to be the best view of you, right?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't post an ugly photo of yourself, would you? So then why do you think that people post ugly comments?
To bring themselves up.
And put others
Yeah,
down.
like-
Yeah, basically.
And obviously if you guys have seen some posts, have you guys ever sort of posted back and seen a little bit of, the response of what you can get?
I pretty much just said back off because
Yeah.
she was our friend. We're like, stop it, it's not nice. And the person kept going.
It's like they're weak because they don't have the power to say it to your face, so they do it over the internet.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then it's like, what's the point, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that plenty of times.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got an example you can share?
Indirect messages I've seen a lot of the time where it's like just random person posts a status update saying this, this and this, like I don't want to say actual words because it's quite mean.
Yeah.
And then like you can tell who they're talking to, so it's like an indirect hurtful message, which really sucks. That's what I see a lot of people use it for.
It's something that they wouldn't be able to say to their
Yeah.
face, and so doing it on the internet, they pretty much get to like express how they're feeling without everyone knowing that it's them.
So they're using the anonymous as a scapegoat.
Yeah,
to,
pretty much.
Like hide behind it.
I think it's hard because it's pretty much the same as normal bullying. Like if someone was to come up to you and put you down every day, then you wouldn't want to come to school. But like even if they're doing it online, you still know that it's someone at school and you don't want to be around people that you know don't like you.
So what is the difference between the online you and the real you at school?
Well, I guess I can't be like myself online, like, cause people can't see me, yeah. So I can't act because I'm a goofy person in a way, but I can't act like that on Facebook because people just tear you apart for it. So, like, I guess I have to tone it all down and act a bit more sensible online.
I'm not exactly as what I am in person.
Yeah, you can't be sarcastic online. It just doesn't work.
Why?
Would you say you're a sarcastic person? That's happened to you before?
Yeah, it happens all the time. Like, I'll say something, but I won't mean it. They'll be like, what do you mean like that? I don't mean it. It's like, yeah.
I think there might have been an embarrassing picture of some kind, and I said something like, "Oh, you look so ridiculous," and that sort of stuff. That I meant it purely, as a joke, but then they just sort of said, "Oh, you think so? Oh, really?" I'm just like, "Oh, I didn't really mean it like that."
So is Facebook a competition?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much competition.
Yeah, you're trying to make yourself look the best, like better than everyone else.
And it's also like if you get like 10 likes and people think like you're whatever, but if you get 100 likes
Wow.
Yeah,
Like,
like
you
wow,
have
you're
these
so
girls.
pretty, this, that.
They post up a photo, they'll get like 40 likes in 5 minutes.
Well, do you think it matters? I mean, if you get 5 likes or 20 likes, does it matter, really?
It does.
Kind of does.
It
It
does.
doesn't matter, but nowadays it does because society like wants you to be like
The best.
yeah, popular and all that. Yeah.
Closing titles. Cartoon people file onto public transport using wireless devices. A computer sends out a wireless signal, and the screen has a person on it. Text appears. Who are you online? An array of computers and handheld devices are shown emitting wireless signals. 4 people stand in a row. Letters projected onto their stomachs spell chat, then text, then post, then talk. Episode title: Staying Connected. The film starts with one of the female and male presenters interviewing a group of teenagers in a playground and other locations.
Okay, guys, social media, like or dislike?
Definitely
Like. Why do you like it so much?
Connecting with friends, getting to chat to them online.
Staying connected is real helpful, and also when the people upload photos, you can see what they've been up to recently, how they're going, how much they've changed, and you just get that sense that you're closer than you actually are.
Because I'm really hopeless with my phone, so I find Facebook to be like just really handy just to have, just to organise my whole life.
It's kind of like the morning newsletter of Facebook, because you see what people have been up to.
When I'm not on Facebook for a while, I feel like I'm kind of out of the
Social
loop.
loop, yeah.
Like my best friend, we've been friends since kindergarten, but I don't get to see her that much, so I talk to her a lot on Facebook.
I think a lot of younger people are knowing what's happening in the world a lot more now because of Facebook.
Yeah.
I've got a question. If you guys went to a concert, see, you know, your favourite band or your favourite artist performing, are you getting into the music or are you busy making a photo to share with your friends later?
Oh, you're definitely enjoying it. Like, sure, you take a couple of photos, but like, the last thing that's on your mind is like what your friends are gonna think. Like, it's all about the music, especially if you paid to go see them. Like,
If it was something big and well known that I knew everyone liked or just known, then I'd like take pictures and stuff.
I went to this concert once, I come home 3 hours later, I get on Facebook and there are all these photos from that exact concert. And I was like, oh, that's awesome, because you can see it.
Closing titles. Cartoon people file onto public transport while using wireless devices. A computer sends out a wireless signal, and the screen has 3 people connected by lines. Text appears. Social media. Important to you? An array of computers and handheld devices are shown emitting wireless signals. 4 people stand in a row. Letters projected onto their stomachs spell BFF, then poke, then joke, then you and me. Episode title: Just Good Friends. The film starts with the 4 presenters, 2 male and 2 female, discussing online friends.
So what's the largest amount of online friends you guys have heard of?
I don't know, like maybe 1,000?
I know a guy that's got 2,000.
2,000? Are they all his real friends?
Yes, friends. His
Yeah,
friends.
yeah, but I mean, has he met them all in person?
Wait, so for a person to be classed as a real friend, you have to meet them in person?
I think he just likes collecting them, you know, like the more friends he's got, the cooler he thinks he is.
Or the more randoms.
It's okay to have randoms, but I mean, I'd want to have my privacy settings on.
Monitoring 2,000 people in your privacy settings? No way.
But then he's sharing the same photos with his girlfriend and his dad's best mate.
Yeah, that could be very interesting.
Very interesting.
Oh yeah.
Teenagers are shown using tablet computers. In a series of interviews, the presenters talk to teenagers about online friends.
How many friends do you guys have on Facebook?
Somewhere around 800, nearly.
probably 600, 700.
I've got like 700, so too many probably.
I used to just add anybody that added me on Facebook. Do you guys do that? Did you just add anyone?
I
or-
have to have met them when I
Yeah.
do it. I
Yeah.
have to know.
Yeah. So how do you check? Do you go onto their Facebook to see who it is?
Yeah. Say like mutual friends.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like if you
Yeah.
have like only like 10 mutual friends and it's like, well, I don't really know this person, but if you have someone with like 200 mutual friends, you'll be like, oh, I've probably met this person, but you have to kind of go inside and find out who they really are.
If they come up on friend suggestions, right, and there's like 200 mutual friends, and I guess I kind of feel obliged to add them. That's how I feel. But generally, if I don't know someone, I would never add them. Like,
Why do you feel obliged to add them?
because like you feel like everyone, like all of your friends know them, so you feel like, oh, maybe I have met them somewhere, or.
Do you know them all?
I've met most of them, but
You met a lot of people.
I've got a really bad memory. I've got to meet someone more than 5 times to remember their name.
Yeah.
So, probably not.
What do you guys class as a friend nowadays?
Probably someone you share stuff with, like you can trust and stuff. Everyone's a friend, but it's more different about like close friends and like things like that.
So could you then just have a friend on Facebook without meeting them?
No. It depends on people's perspective.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that would be called a friend. Like, it's just someone you have on Facebook, but you've never met them, never talked to them. Like, why would you call them a friend?
So how many of them would you say are acquaintances and how many of them are close friends?
Probably more than half would be close friends, people that I really know and trust and stuff like that, and then a lot would just be people from school and people that I've met but not really hung out with.
You have like 1,000 friends. It's just like you don't really know them personally. It might have been like you just met them at a party or so, but you've never spoken to them afterwards. So like sometimes it looks kind of like stupid, but sometimes it's just like, oh my god, they have 900 friends.
Do you find it's a bit of a competition with how many friends on Facebook you have? Like, do people judge you?
I don't reckon it is, because everyone with over 1,000 friends, like, they obviously just don't know them all.
Like you might have like 1,000 friends on Facebook, but really you only have like 10 true friends that you talk to outside of school, outside of Facebook. Yeah.
Have you found that it's expanded friendships, Facebook?
I've found that Facebook can, in a way, expand it, but in a way, destroy it in real life. Because like one thing is like, you get used to talking to people in real life. Like, you know, if it's a close friend, you have deep conversations or something, and then it starts moving to Facebook, and you kind of lose that connection you have in real life, and you're more just talking on Facebook, and it kind of feels like there's just nothing there anymore.
Because you're behind a screen, and then in real life, it's awkward.
A group of teenage girls are shown using smartphones. One of the female and one of the male presenters discuss relationships online.
So, Steve, has anyone ever broken up with you online?
Yeah, I had this girlfriend and she unfriended me and then posted her status as single. Which,
Without even telling you?
Yeah, that's how I found out about it. She called that breaking up.
That's terrible. So what did you do?
Look, I called her on the phone and to talk about it, but she didn't want to meet up, so we just broke up over the phone.
Well, at least on the phone, you're not being publicly humiliated. I mean, on the internet, everyone else can find out before you even do.
Yeah, totally. If she'd just done that, then the only thing I can do is post more stuff about her, and then she'd post more stuff about me, and it'd be really
cycle.
messy. So, yeah, I'm glad you did it that way. And just any future girlfriends out there, just don't break up with me online, okay? It can be really embarrassing.
Yeah, I agree. How would you feel if it happened to you?
Yeah.
Closing titles. Cartoon people file onto public transport while using wireless devices. A computer sends out a wireless signal, and the screen has a heart on it. Text appears. Are your friends really friends? An array of computers and handheld devices are shown emitting wireless signals. 4 people stand in a row. Letters projected onto their stomachs spell life, then work, then play, then fun. Episode title, Getting the Balance Right. In a series of interviews, the 4 presenters talk to teenagers about social media versus real life.
So obviously you've got to create a little bit of a balance between, you know, living online and living in the real world. What would you say that your balance is?
I have Facebook on my phone, so I just, when I have downtime, like on the train, way to and from school, use it then, rather than when I'm supposed to be doing other things.
When I've been on a camp that had no reception whatsoever, and it was like 2 weeks, so I had spent 2 weeks without any social media or anything like that.
What was that like?
It was hard, but in a way it was kind of like I can live without it. Like, it's not the end of the world.
I can do it.
I can do it.
Yeah.
Well, it's never very long for me.
Well, what's the longest?
Like a week maybe.
And was that torture?
Yes. But when you don't have it, it's like, well, what am I going to do right now? Just continue sitting here, okay.
You know, there's always a time when you want to get online and see what people are doing, but a lot of the memories and stuff posted online and going down your newsfeed of people doing things outside of Facebook and then just recapping on it on Facebook. So if you're getting out, you're seeing friends, and then you take a photo or something and post it online, the people that are online are missing out because they're not, you know, interacting with other people, and you miss out on seeing your friends because you can't, you know, have coffee over Facebook. You have to go out and do it. So something like that, yeah.
Why do you find it convenient?
Just because it's like right there and you don't have to put any effort into it.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't want to go out and see people. Like I still do that, but I do talk to friends a lot on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
So if you don't have that connection over the internet, or if you don't see them, then you feel like you're out of the loop, like you don't know anything that's happening.
After school, we just talk to everyone there online.
It's more like an extension of school, but without the work, so it's good.
You get a lot more work, so you can't really sit down and have like Xbox sessions. So it's more like you sit in front of Facebook on your computer while you got your work in front of you, and it just distracts you, and it's not really like it's consuming your time because you got your work in front of you and you got that mindset like I'm doing work, but really I'm on Facebook.
Have you found that it's expanded your social circle, social lives at all?
I think it's taken away from it because now I'm always like on my phone, and then I get awkward talking to people in real life. I forget how to. I'm just like, yeah.
Who finds it easier to talk online than face to face? Yeah? Yeah? No, you find it easier face to face?
Yeah.
Really?
Why is that?
Because when I'm on chat, I don't know what to say, but when face to face, words just come out my mouth.
One of my best friends who lives really far away. For me, we're always talking online, and then when we see each other, it's kind of like, hey, what you been up to? And yeah, there's nothing much to talk about.
So does it feel like talking on the computer screen is a bit easier than talking face to face?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah?
Why do you think that is?
I'm not really sure. I think it's because they can't really see you and they can't see your reaction. So I guess it's easy to, well, I guess lie, but not like that. Just it's a lot more perceiving in person. Like you can see if they're happy or not. Whereas online, you can really just say, "Oh yeah, I'm happy," but you're not.
I'd much rather call up my friends and to just have a chat with them, because then I know their voice tone and how they're feeling. But like what she said before, because they're on a computer, you don't know how they're feeling, if they're upset or anything.
Socialising over the internet is different from socialising in real life, and if you're constantly only socialising on the internet, then when you're actually with people, your social skills are pretty bad.
It's harder to talk face to face, but it's better to talk face to face.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, because when people write lol, they don't usually laugh. So.
You're probably sitting there with a blank face like, lol.
Can we tell them something funny to look?
Laughing out loud. It's like a get out of jail free card.
Yeah. I don't really play games, but like my friends, they're like really socially awkward because of that. Like, I reckon, like playing games kind of ruins them. Like I know a friend who used to hang out every day until like a new game came, like COD or something. I started to become really socially awkward. Started staying indoors all the time, like all the same clothes. Bedroom really dark, didn't eat, didn't sleep.
I used to play a lot when I was little, but it got a bit out of hand because I used to play it all the time. So my dad said, Rebecca, you can only play on the weekends. So I only play on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Closing titles. Cartoon people file onto public transport while using wireless devices. A computer sends out a wireless signal, and the screen has a seesaw with a computer at one end and a bike at the other. Text appears. What is your balance? An array of computers and handheld devices are shown emitting wireless signals. The four presenters discuss online and real-life balance and the website where more information can be found.
I used to do a lot of gaming when I was younger, and if I wasn't online all the time, I felt like I was letting my team down. That's when I knew I had to give it up and get a life outside of the computer screen.
Well, you got to love the real world. Sitting around, talking to friends, getting some sunshine, vitamin D.
You sound like my mom.
Whoa, there's a weird thought. Hello. Well, that's it from us, guys. Thanks so much for checking in. If you do want any more information, just check out our website, which is around about here, about now, and we'll see you next time.
Credits. With special thanks to the students and staff of Fitzroy High School, Gilson College, McKinnon Secondary College.
The video concludes with an end credit of the Australian Government crest alongside the title Office of the Children's eSafety Commissioner and the URL www.esafety.gov.au.
Another logo, Great Southern Communications. The end.